What's up, guys? Welcome to the Anime Sensei channel. Before we start this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon if you don't want to miss our future videos. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the list. "10. Shinka no Mi Shiranai Uchi ni Kachigumi Jinsei." The first thing I did when entering this show is remove any expectations or hope I ever had for it. I wanted to go into it on a clean slate, as if I've never seen an isekai before in my life. The main character is your typical loser that's bullied and treated like shit only because he's fat. Seriously, that's literally it. Even the game system that transfers a student bullies him for being fat by categorizing him as barely human. Anyway, he gets transported into a totally different area than his classmates, and he's left to his own devices, kind of like Arufutura. If you wish though, Arufutura is more on the serious dark side, while this one is more like Konosuba, with its ridiculousness and humor. I mean, the main girl is a freaking gorilla for crying out loud, but damn is she hot. This series sadly was overlooked by many since they expected much of it, and it didn't live up to their expectations. However, as a comedic, light-hearted isekai romance, the show isn't half bad. 9. Arifureta. The last anime in our list is Arifureta. The story follows a high school student named Hajime. He gets summoned to an isekai world together with his classmates, but it looks like he doesn't get along so well with them all. Now, the reason they're all in this new world is because they have the task of saving the world, and to do that, they're also given some supernatural abilities. Everyone gets a cool one, but what Hajime gets is just a transmutation skill, and for that, the other students laugh at him. But it wasn't the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario was when one of his classmates betrays him, and he then falls into the bottom of the abyss. 8. Batum. Speaking of Doom, this death game was more like an introduction to Battle Royale games before they were even a thing. Just like Fortnite and PUBG, the players find themselves inexplicably on an island stranded with gemstones carved into their hands. The aim of the game is simple. Everyone that can gather 7 gems is free to leave the island. Simple, right? Well, not so much, since the only way to do so is to kill the person that owns that gem and add it to your count. So technically speaking, every person will have to kill 7 other players to gain freedom from this horrid island. The survival game is actually modeled based on the video game Batum, with the same name, and the MC is oh so conveniently the reigning champion. So, when he realized he is now a real player in the game with his life and many others on the line, he kicked his survival and gamer instincts into overdrive and traversed the island like a pro, gaining allies and beating foes that stand in his way. 7. Owari no Seraph. The history of the tragic life of Yuichiro is a complicated subject to explain, to say the least. He was experimented on by his parents for many years, like a lab rat. His father tried to kill him, but was unsuccessful. His parents sold him off to the greatest magical syndicates out there. And even in the orphanage, where he lived with other children he considered his family, his memories were erased 7 times. And all this happened to him before he even made it to the age of 7. What really made him the man he is today was the failure of the escape plan he and Michaela devised to escape with the children out of the orphanage to not be sucked dry out of their blood. In the aftermath, there was only 2 survivors, and all the other children died in the process, since it was a trap set up for them. Escaping the orphanage, Yu is found by the Moon Demon Company and is enlisted in their ranks to take his revenge on the vampires. Told you his past is complicated. As to make things worse, his best friend now is the vampire himself. 6. Tower of God. The show that gave us the most hated character of 2020, Tower of God, was the Walmart version of Hunter x Hunter that fans didn't ask for, but would take it away because it's free. Seeing Bam go from that crybaby kid who's afraid of everything to one of the biggest chads the webtoon universe has ever seen is amazing, and it gives the fans what the old anime was all about, changing your own self through hard work, determination, and dedication, while making sure your vision stays clear the entire time. Sure, the first season of the anime ended at a weird spot, leaving behind a lot of questions unanswered, but it's sure to make a return soon. And with things how they are right now, it's safe to say that the hype is going to be real. 5. Kaze no stigma. Banished for his weakness and his inability to channel the element of flame like all other powerful flame users in his household like his cousin Prodigy, the MC suffered for the long majority of his life, dreaming of the day that he returns to exact his revenge on the family that banished him, using the power of the wind. Coincidentally, in the same time of his return, a member of his family, firepower users, was killed, and as it seems, it was at the hands of a wind user. All fingers and evidence point at the MC, and now he's hunted by his family, while he attempts to prove his innocence in the matter that ensued. Four. Akatsuki no Yona. A princess, living all her life in luxury, looking at the world underneath her from her ivory tower, gets struck with the cruel truth of the world she lives in when her father is deceived, slain, and usurped by her cousin. She manages to escape barely alive, and this is when she realizes that life isn't as perfect as she used to think in her kingdom, and witnesses firsthand the injustice, poverty, and deprivation her people have faced over the years. Only then she decided to carry out her revenge and retrieve her rightful throne and defeat her cousin that is leading the kingdom to ruin. Three. D. Greyman. Alan Walker is a full-fledged Akuma hunter, and a powerful one at that. However, he didn't start off as the badass fighter he seems to be, and even his hair color was different. Due to a very traumatic event, his hair turned white, and he suffered through the trauma for years after being adopted, since his disfigured arm alienated him from everyone, only to lose his adopted father, and having him turn into an Akuma that wants to kill him. A lot of shit happened since then, and this character changed to the worse? Better? I don't know. Really, it's just that he's too damn powerful to not put him on this list. Two. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga was certainly among the best anime that premiered in 2019. The stunning tale of the age of Vikings, epic sword battles, and story of revenge, all fueled in blood, makes this a masterpiece. The historical action anime tells the story of Thorfinn, who has to avenge his father. Thorfinn's growth in this series is amazing, and Vinland Saga does well to explore the Vikings' love and quest for wars. One. Code Geass. The year is 2010, and the Holy Empire of Britannia has successfully established itself as the dominant military nation in the world. It now sets its eyes upon Japan and begins its conquest. Renamed to Area 11 after the defeat, there are rebel forces brewing in the lands of Area 11 who swear to fight and take back their homeland from these tyrannical forces. Main character, Lelouch Lamperouge, is a Britannian student, and unfortunately for him, he finds himself caught in the crossfire between the Britannian military forces and the Area 11 rebel forces. However, he's able to escape with the help of a mysterious girl named Cece, who gives him the power of Geass, the power of kings. This power lets Lelouch command anyone to his obedience. Lelouch realizes the potential of his true hidden powers and begins on a perilous journey as the masked vigilante Zero, who leads a merciless assault against Britannia to push them back once and for all. And with that, we conclude our video for today. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you liked the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's be by. Put stand skate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell if you